When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome on into the Science Strike Force movie night. If I could talk, I would be absolutely dangerous. I am Cheesemondo. Welcome on in. I don't know where my words are, but they're not here. So wherever my brain is. We've got a really interesting wheel for you tonight. Hello to everyone in the side chat, and I can see Cy Strikling in the side chat as well. Hello, Cy Strikling.
Hi, Cy.
Let's go around the room and see who's made it in. And we have got Mum Nado. How are you doing, Mum Nado?
Better days, but had worse days too. So, COVID-19 is, of course, running rampant here. So,
Because of Governor Ron DeSantis.
that's all we're gonna say. Let it go. But other than that, it could be a worse day. My yard has still got 5.5 inches of rain water in it from what today?
The remnants of Ida.
Yeah. We got hit with that 2 days ago on the 1st, and we had 5.23 inches of rain in one day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Lots of rain.
It wasn't as bad as Elsa.
No, Elsa dropped 7 inches. It's only 2 inches less.
But it's about the size of
as long
my...
as...
Yeah.
Oh, good grief. It's way too early in the evening for that. Speaking of which, Tornado and Junkyard, how are you doing? How is life
Hello,
treating you?
everyone. Tornado in a Junkyard here, and I've been interested in some really weird anime recently.
Oh, God.
One of them being...
I don't, do we want to know?
Weird anime is redundant.
Most
Okay.
anime is weird.
Let me rephrase that. I've been watching some redo of Healer. Don't look that up. And I've been watching Interspecies Reviewers. Not safe for work.
Then don't mention it.
Oh my goodness.
Also, today's episode of Movie Night is Powered by Mountain Dew Major Melon. You can find it in stores. # not sponsored.
Yeah, so stop saying
You're going
it.
to get us demonetized.
Yeah, we're not monetized anyway.
Well,
# sponsor us, damn it.
They'll
We are monetized at the moment. We might not be in 5 minutes, but
Oh, okay. Well, don't demonetize Cheesemondo, child. Or I'll have to demonetize you by putting my foot up your ass.
keep telling you.
Cy
if you
Striking
wanna-
will come looking for you.
If you want to get Pepsi to sponsor you, Tornado, go right ahead. I fully endorse that, but not as a sponsor of the channel.
No.
And while you're there, Chris, how are you doing? How's the world treating you?
Oh, well, let's see here. I had a doctor's appointment today, and she said I'm looking really healthy and that I'm losing weight. And
We can tell.
my heart seems to be doing really well, considering the fact that had complete blockage. You know why I needed the triple bypass, etc. You know, So it's I think I'm recovered from that heart attack. Yeah, can't complain.
It's good to see you looking healthy.
Well, you are looking pretty damn good at the moment, so you must be doing something right.
Yeah, well, let's hope I keep it up too. And then of course I got the sectional, the aircraft sectional coffee mug tonight. So
Woohoo!
Awesome. And purple rhymes with orange. Good evening, sentient being. How are you doing?
Hello. Doing okay. Rather than my usual whiskey tonight, I've got a container of Drunky Bears here.
Drunky bears.
Yeah. These are gummy bears that have been soaking in vodka for more than a week.
Ew.
And actually, if you want to get them really
Oh.
good, you leave them out for a couple of days first so they get a little dried out before you put the vodka in, because then they absorb it much faster.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
I don't know.
That does sound pretty good.
I don't know. I'm not certain that I would want my gummy bears to taste like vodka.
It's just a lot like having a cocktail. It's kind of like fruit punch flavors with vodka.
Yeah.
I'm gonna opt out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'll join you for a glass of that.
well, if we can get a gummy bear that tastes like an apple teeny, I'll take it.
I'm sure they
Yeah,
have
well, that's
them.
fine.
I'm mad enough that I can admit, yes, I like the fruit drink.
Okay, maybe watermelon.
Well, I see we've got Bionic Dance in the side chat. She knows about rummy bears. She did that for one of her videos.
So you've got vodka bears.
I think we've gone round to everyone in the room. Let me just check. Chris, we did one. We did purple. We did tornado. Awesome.
Except for you.
Let's say hello to. I'm here. Hello, everyone. Let's. I'm going to do a quick readout of anyone I can see inside chat. If I miss you, it's not because I don't love you. It's just because it was an accident. We've got Carson, Carolina. There's Chris. There's Xenomorph 42. Darren Marsh. I think that says Cernian. I think it does. If it doesn't, I'm very sorry.
Cernian.
Sorry. Michael Gallagher, hello. If anyone else is inside chat, I'm very sorry if I've missed you. I will do another Bionic Dance. There you are. Awesome. Let's have a cheeky little look at the wheel and see what doom, gloom, and general. Cy Strikling, I already said hello to you.
Yes.
I do.
When he first opened up.
I do love. Let's have a cheeky look at the wheel before Cy Strikling. Renee and me. Hello, Renee and me. Okay, this is the Wheel of Doom for this evening. These videos have been chosen by the panel. I didn't have a hand in any of these videos. The Kitson Cavalier, hello. I did not choose these. Doc Fearsome, hello. Mr. X, Mr. Y. Okay, so on the wheel this evening, we have in the number 1 spot, Dino. In number 2, I've left these slightly cryptic, so you can't guess. Number 2, Moonwater.
Bless you.
Number 3, A equals A. Number 4,
Gesundheit.
Simply CC. I bet you can't guess what that's about. Number 5 is Planet X. And number 6 is a Sovsit. I think there's a little bit of everything in there for everyone. There's a little bit of Flat Earth. There's some Planet X. There's some philosophy. There's some general woo. And Sovsit and some dinosaurs.
Question: Planet X. Who?
We'll find out.
Uh-huh. All will be revealed.
All right.
Let's get the show on the road. Tornado.
Wheel of Misfortune. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it.
Dude.
Block.
Wow.
A equals
That
A.
is A equals A. Let me just take that off
think.
the wheel.
I think that's what that was.
Yep.
A equals A is it's video 3. Sorry, folks, all my buttons have gone slightly awry. Here we go. If the person on the panel wants to tell us about this one, they're more than welcome. If not, I will just make you suffer the misery.
Let's just be surprised.
Please not
I
raise the hand.
think-
Please not raise the hand. Please not raise the hand. Please not raise the
Yeah,
hand.
I think we need to leave it as a surprise. It's mercifully short.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go.
So
All right,
knowing
so
us,
this is gonna
we'll
be
done with it
this is a
about
quick
2
one, I
o'clock.
guess.
Oh, God,
But all right, so we have a couple of items here, right? Now I know it looks
It
kind
is
of
right
stupid, but it's
hand.
actually
Yes.
this is what
I think
everything in the world is based on, right? So we're based on the fact that A equals A, right? This is this. A does not equal B, okay? So the only way you could do anything in this world, right? We couldn't say, oh, could you go to the table? If we couldn't tell the difference between a table, the lighter, and the headphones. And if A didn't equal A, then we couldn't have A, B, and C being different. Okay, so are you following me?
Drink.
A must
Drink.
equal
Drink.
A.
Wow, we had 3 drinks on that one.
This guy's a fucking nutter. Just he's a nut. That's all I can say. The fact that he wants to sit there and say A equals A. No, because in order to equal something, you have to be able to add 2 things together to equal another number.
No.
Oh, you have an identity property, you can say
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
something's
everything.
equal to itself. So
Yeah, but everything has a name in our society that we can find, or if we can't find it, somebody else will know it. So you can have A and B equal C because you have a lighter and a cigarette that equals smoking. The guy is just trying to create some sort of argument that you can't have the world be unique. It all has to be general and
Also-
the same everywhere.
Also, he's forgetting that you could be talking about 2 different types of headphones.
Yeah.
Like, you could have headphone pair A and headphone pair B. They're both classified as, according to him, A, but they each have a subclass called AA and AB. So AA does not equal AB, but A still equals A.
AB
Right.
science.
Right. And the thing is, those aren't even headphones. Those are earbuds. There's earbuds and headphones. Yeah. It's just, yeah.
They're still
Well-
the same device. There's just 2 different classes of them.
Right.
Tell you the truth, when I was screening this, one thought was going through my head. He was smoking some pretty good buds there
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
when he came up with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'd like to say this man has at least good taste in anime. See if you can guess what's on that cup there.
It's a cat.
Not just any cat. That's
Yeah, it's
Luna.
from Sailor Moon.
Yes.
That's the Moon Cat from Sailor Moon.
Yes, Luna.
At least there's something we can agree on, right, the hand? Sailor Moon is cool enough for you to at least buy merchandise of it.
Well, my
Either
Luna,
that or he stole it
cute.
from his
my
daughter.
Luna is cuter.
Yeah.
So.
Shall we watch a little bit more?
Sure.
A cannot equal B. Okay, so if something is something, it cannot be something else, right? Like that. That is how we tell the difference, right? So
Oh
if
dear.
it would be like, well, what is what? You couldn't know. So without the headphone being the headphone and the lighter being the lighter, that's what makes the lighter not be the headphone. Okay, maybe a little confusing to some. Seems super simple to me. Slurp. So this comes down to now we get into unique materials. Okay, now yes, this is a lighter, but they're both plastic. Plastic is unique material. A must equal A, right? Plastic is plastic. Plastic can't be metal. Because if plastic was metal, how would you know the difference between plastic and metal? And then you have wood. So
Drink.
unique material is
Oh
what.
my god, the loon. The lunacy.
Well, he's right, but not for the reasons he thinks.
Don't yell.
Sorry, he's right, but not for the reasons he thinks, because the issue here is now instead of getting into items where we just classify them by name, he's getting to materials that are classified by certain properties that they have. We know plastic is not metal because plastic does not have those suite of required properties to be metal. It can be as strong as metal, it can be as tough to bend as metal, but it can never be metal. However, you didn't specify what kind of metal. You didn't specify if it was aluminum, tungsten carbide, titanium, unobtainium. You have to specify which metal you're using, because there are different types of metal. There is metal, and there's titanium metal, and there's aluminum metal. Both are metal, but there are different subtypes of metal. So it's basically the same thing as what we had before. You ignorant twit.
Jane, you ignorant
Yeah.
cow.
Does anyone else want to weigh in on this, or should we carry on?
Yeah, I think we're just
Like,
bickering
carry
about
on.
language so far. I don't think we've gotten anywhere yet.
Okie doke.
Makes
Here we go.
objects. Now, this is you take away all of the unique material that makes this lighter. There's no lighter, right? It's not like the lighter is in existence without material. It's not in existence. Now, I'm made of material. Water, flesh, all this stuff's probably mostly water, whatever the hell it is. But anyway, I'm made of material. Now, before I was born, there was no material to make me. Or to
Drink.
comprise me, right? Like, before...
Yeah, there was. What do you call your constituent atoms? What do you call your constituent atoms? What do you call your, the parts that made up you before they were you? Yes, you had parts that made up you before they were you. And the thing is, those parts were part of your mother. Those parts eventually got combined to make you. So the materials that make you are also the materials that make your mother. So the parts that make your mother are also the things that made you, just in a roundabout
And
way.
your father.
It's very, very simple, you ignorant asshole.
But yeah, the oh, geez, I totally forgot what I was going to say on that. It's something witty. Oh well.
Okay.
Mom Nado, you have your hand up.
So this guy's trying to claim that he didn't come from anything, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong about that. He's saying
the materials that made him didn't exist until he was made.
I know what.
Okay, but they were part of his mother and father. It's genetic material. You have to have genetic material that's already pre-existing in order to create life. Otherwise, what did he do? Just poof out of nowhere? His mom was pregnant? Doesn't work that way.
Also, ship of Theseus.
Whatever. Okay.
I was thinking more along the lines of ugly bags of mostly water. If anybody knows what that reference is.
Oh fuck.
Is that a Star Trek?
Yes.
Yes.
Next Generation.
Awesome.
When they came across the
Yes.
silicon-based beings.
That's it. Ugly bag of mostly water. No more hands up.
Before this was
I'm gonna move
constructed, the plastic was somewhere else. So this headphone did not exist. Just like, because there was the material to comprise the headphone did not, it existed, just not in this form, right? So, but my material didn't exist at all. So before conception, or before I had any material to me, I did not exist. Santa Claus has no material to him, so he does not exist, right? So if you take away the material of any of these things, they do not
Drink.
exist, right? So we're working with...
Oh, drink.
I think he's having
Santa,
an existential crisis.
Santa Claus is a being from, other people's heads. And the thing is, regarding Santa, we know what he is. We know that he doesn't obviously have any
He
material
knows when
to
you're
him.
sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake.
Yeah.
It's he's a Christmas kind of guy, but we know that that's not the argument you're posing. You're saying he doesn't have material, therefore he doesn't exist. That's just like saying because this Mountain Dew bottle didn't have have Mountain Dew in it, therefore the soda does not exist.
I think you're being pedantic. Santa doesn't have a physical existence. He's just a concept.
Exactly. He's a concept. But it still means he exists even without the material. So he's lying.
Well, yeah, we know that.
Wait. Back up just for a second. Is the panel saying that Santa doesn't exist?
No.
Santa exists.
Who delivers my presents at Christmas if Santa doesn't exist?
Mr. Bean.
Rudolph.
Oh goodness, no.
Rudolph.
I just remember the Mr. Bean Christmas special, and that was I still laugh at that thing.
Oh no, Mr.
every
Bean.
Oh,
Where he sits
you
there
had
and
me
he
going
puts
there for a
the
second.
Christmas card outside his door and knocks on his door and closes it, opens it up. Oh, he's so happy to take himself a Christmas card.
Oh, that's I haven't seen that for a long time. I'm gonna have to dig that one out.
It's
If
supposed to
there
be
are
the
no further
30th
objections.
anniversary of Mr. Bean. I'm not sure exactly when, but coming up soon.
I'm at risk of derailing movie night here, but are they going to do something special for that?
I don't know.
no
I've
clue.
just seen it mentioned.
Oh,
They were
okay.
trying
While-
to get a
while
Lego
you're
set
wa-
approved for it, but I don't think they can get the licensing.
My soda's
Right.
halfway
While
frozen.
you're all while you're all watching the rest of this video, I am going to Google it to see what's going on.
Unique material A must be unique material A because it won't be unique material B. Plastic has to be plastic because it's not metal. If it's not material, it doesn't exist. Now, pretty simple stuff, right? Until you get into photons, right? Now, a photon is not material. Energy is not material, right? So there is no unique material that comprises energy, right? And you can't say that the headphone or an apple, let's say this like this collagen water, this can't be water and energy, right?
Drink.
Well, it's not. It's water.
Would help if I shout drink with my mic on.
Just all the drink.
Okay. First up,
Oh God, I gotta watch these things all the way through before I submit them.
protons and neutrons make up atoms.
He also
Atoms.
said photons.
Right, but all those things make up specific energy that we have proven physically exists. That's why lasers can cut through things. It is light, but it is energy. This guy has no concept of science.
This guy
He's
has
just-
no concept of reality.
And reality, yes. Ugly bags of mostly water. That doesn't include the brain. But the fact is that he is saying that these things can't make up these things. But there are specific atoms are a form of energy. And atoms are what we use, what create matter. This guy is so fruity.
It gets worse than that, though, because he's saying the bottle does not have water and energy in it. because some bullshit like that, because energy is not something, it's not a physical thing, therefore it doesn't exist. The thing is, energy is the capacity of a system to do work. And that means, since that is a physical property of something, the capacity of a system to do work, that means, according to his definition, that it has to have a physical property. That means energy does exist. So he's lying again. But also, there's chemical energy in that bottle of water because of the, water. There's thermal energy in that bottle of water. It might be cold, but it still has some thermal energy in it. There's kinetic energy whenever he moves the water to his lips and sets it back down on the table because the water sloshes around. So yes, that bottle does have water and energy in it. You dense fuck.
Excuse me. Michael Gallagher in the chat, like what he says. This guy is proving you can overdose on pot.
And also, like Bionic Dance once told me to say, ship of Theseus. If something has all the parts replaced with new ones, it will still be that thing, even if it is made of something else.
Yeah, just look at the 3D printers. I say we move on.
Just before we do move on, for all Mr. Bean fans, there is going to be a 30th anniversary documentary coming out next year, I believe, or this year. Just a quick Google, but so no firm details yet, but there is going to be something going on, so I'm really excited.
An energy. No. A must equal A. A cannot be B. This cannot be water and as well be energy. Okay, it can't be two things. Because now you can't tell. If that was the case, then for all intents and purposes, you couldn't tell the difference between water and energy, and they would be the exact same thing. Okay? So you can't say that this is mass and plastic and, inertia. Like, it can't. It can only be A. All right? So.
Drink.
On that, I guess.
Drink. Yeah.
Mass is literally defined as an amount of matter. It is also a physical property of an object's resistance to inertia, which is also a physical property of matter. And that matter is being held together by atoms and those bonds between atoms, or in the case of rocks, conglomerates. And that water, again, has all different kinds of energy in it. It even has, it has all of its energy. You know what E equals mc squared is? It is the formula that proves that matter is, in fact, a form of energy. If you annihilate antimatter and matter together, they will release pure energy in a 100% efficient reaction that literally can get you megatons of power out of something as small as a Coca-Cola bottle.
The point is everything has mass.
And mass and matter is a form of energy, so energy and matter are equivalent. One is just a field form of the other. Of course, our little brain-dead peon here wouldn't know that because he thinks that everything that disagrees with him is fake.
Does anyone else want to chime in, or should we carry on?
Onward.
Pretty much, that's kind of the point I wanted to make, right? If you're trying to find out, and this is where they'll also say, well, something can be non-physical but real, right? Like they say, well, energy has no material, but it's real. Well, how is it real? It has no material. It doesn't exist, right? That's the difference. Like, it does not exist.
Asked and answered. Energy is the capacity of a system to do work. It does not have to have a material in order to exist. If it has a physical property that can be defined, it exists. At least as a physical thing. And that's me off my soapbox.
material to comprise A so that you can say A is not B, it doesn't exist. Or A is A, and it's the same, almost the same thing, right? Like this is one thing, A, right? Like if I took the top off, like this little flappy thing, oh, it opens the other one. That goes what I know. If that broke off, right, it would be separate, and that's how you would tell that it was broken, because it was separate. A would be A and B would be B. So until you get the change that makes something different, it is itself, and it can't be anything else. So to tell me that this water is water and energy is retarded. To tell me that this grinder is metal and a force is retarded, because A has to equal A. Can I?
That's not how that works, dumbass. Matter is a form of energy due to the mass energy equivalence formula set out by Albert Einstein. And also that grinder produces a force. When it's just sitting there, it's not doing much of anything. The grinder is making a force when you turn it thanks to friction and whatnot, which grinds the stuff that's in the grinder. And that's where the force comes from. The friction. Friction is indeed a force, and it can be made by that grinder by the parts rubbing against each other and whatever's in between those two parts. So, right the hand, you're just fucking wrong. As you always are. And, again, mass energy equivalence has been demonstrated, as well as the fact that energy is the capacity of a system to do work. And that's me off my soapbox.
Equal A and B.
Please tell me that's the end of this video.
I believe that is the end of this
I
video.
told you it was mercifully short.
Uh-huh.
I was able to debunk everything he was saying in real time without looking any of it up.
Yep. Well, see, the thing is, there's also the fact that as you approach the speed of light, energy and mass become one. And the more energy you have to put into the system, it increases the amount of mass that is in the system as well. And so achieving the speed of light is nigh impossible. And even with colliders, that shoot the protons and stuff like that, it gets very close to the speed of light, but just to go that 1 millisecond faster, it takes a lot of energy, because that energy becomes part of the mass.
You want to know what's even cool? You want to know what's even cooler, or in this case, worse, if you're on the receiving end of something moving that fast? Something moving that fast is going to have a lot of energy. It's why the oh my god particle blew everyone away, because it had so much energy in it, because it was moving so fucking fast. If you get a baseball moving at near the speed of light, it's sort of like getting hit with a bomb.
Hi,
and
Jenny.
the effects are just about the same.
Now, Stephen Wright said one time he was in an interview, and he asked the interviewer, if you travel at the speed of light and turn on your headlights, what would happen? And the guy said, I don't know. And he goes, I don't want to work for you. So I thought it was funny.
Okay, the video's over, and I'm still wondering what was the point he was trying to make.
That's
he's
the
a freaking
problem.
idiot.
Cheese Mondo has his hand up.
I just wanted to introduce Jenny Morgan to the meet.
Hi,
She's
Jenny.
muted at the moment, but hello, Jenny.
Jenny needs no introduction.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You had me muted.
There we
Hello.
Hi, Jenny.
Hello.
Continue on.
I think we're
So
ready
you
for the
missed
next
right
video.
the hand.
Yep, it's
Which
time to
is,
spin the wheel again.
It is indeed time to spin the
Wheel of misfortune. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it.
Cece.
Oh
Oh,
God.
Cece. Oh,
From Westchester.
Cece.
Oh no.
Balloon, balloon boy.
It's
And for
Mr.
a-
Caterpillar Man.
Mr. I must be in my car to do videos because my wife is going to kill me if I do them at home again.
Well, he did have one on that he shot in. Oh, yeah, no, I'm unmuted. Okay. I was looking at one that he did shoot in his kitchen. The reason why I was looking at that was because he had shot it in his kitchen, but it was he had his cell phone magnet mounted up on his refrigerator, and he was like about 15 feet away from it. And it was Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about the Red Bull jump. And I couldn't figure out what he was trying to do other than show that he could shoot in his kitchen again, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe he was doing it without his wife knowing.
It could be because he didn't say anything. He just kind of was looking at the phone, going, yeah, okay.
I'm betting his wife
in
didn't
that case,
know.
Yeah, I think his
In that
wife
case,
was running his kids to some kind of appointment, and he just didn't have time to set up because he knew he had to finish before she got back.
Yeah.
She was out in the garage working on the car.
Anyway,
in that case, here's Cece.
Anyway,
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's 7/2/21. Welcome to July. 4th of July weekend. Well, today's a Friday. I want to discuss a couple things with you. I just want you to review. And by the way, I didn't get any footage last weekend because, of course, it was cloudy. And it looks like it's going to be on the washout this weekend, too.
I have a question. Maybe somebody can answer this for me. What is the fucking point of having the sunroof open if your windows are closed and the air conditioner is going? Because all you're doing is bringing more heat into your car, which means your air conditioner has to run overtime because you have the sunroof open, the cover.
he may not have a thermostat on the air conditioner, so it's going to pump out the same amount of cold air that it would if the window was closed.
Well, the window itself is closed, but the cover for it is open so that the sun is beating down into his car, making him hotter.
Yeah.
Not only that, but it produces a glare. Mm-hmm.
In his defense, he's not really known for science.
This is true. Okay. He's not known for logic. Even bigger.
Or thought.
Or thought, yeah. I'm sorry for any rattling. I'm eating a bag of popcorn.
Okie doke. Well,
2 weekends in a
here's
row.
some more.
It's great. It's nice on Sunday, though, but that didn't help me because I wasn't down at the beach, obviously, on Sunday. Anyway, don't worry. Summer's not over. Got plenty of time. Got the artillery. Got the hardware now. I have the hardware to show you that the Earth is flat, that there's no curvature. None. Some old places that I went to are going to be revisited. That's right. Anyway, I want you to just review what's going on in the news. I mean, really, usually summer is a very uneventful time. Not much is going on. Yeah, you got your usual stuff that goes on that they talk about, but it's usually an uneventful thing that goes on. Now they are just hitting you with new shit every day. Every day, something new. This collapses. This is going out. This one's got shot. I mean, every day you got something new now, and it's quite humorous and very eventful. Anyway, one of the main things I do want to discuss with you is what's going on here in New York. You know, with the baby diaper. You know, the diaper people have been wearing. We are now at the 37% threshold, I think. Somewhere around there. When I walk into a store, you don't have to wear anything. Okay? It's your choice now.
Well, clothes.
37, maybe 40%. Sometimes I walk in, it's 80%. But about 37 to 40% are still wearing face masks. You know? Still wearing face masks. And that's fine. That's fine. But I want to thank the New Yorkers that aren't wearing the face masks, okay? I want to thank you for waking up and finally seeing.
This man advocates people getting sick. He really does.
Would that mean he advocates murder?
I don't know, but I do know.
He's advocating for people getting sick, and he's telling you shouldn't wear masks, and someone gets sick and someone dies from this.
I think it'd be hard to make it murder, but reckless endangerment.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry, but, you know, we've got between 5 and 15 people every day walking into doctors' offices with symptoms that are, I'm not going to say the virus name, but that are sick with the virus. It is to the point that my mom, who has COPD and emphysema, that her doctors don't want her coming into the office for fear that she will get sick and die. This is not a joke. People should still be wearing face masks because this is spreading faster. And I live in a small town. We're full of old people, so you know that people are taking care of themselves because they don't want to get sick. But ignoring the issue is not going to make it go away. And that is what CC seems to be advocating. Just ignore it.
And if someone dies because of that, then it's on him. It rests squarely on his shoulders. Their blood is on his hands. Anyway. Mondo, you there?
Just I am just give me 2 seconds. The person who's trying to join, you are joining with your actual name. Is that if that's fine? Just say yes in the side chat. It won't show on screen, but I'm just saying. It's up to you. Because some people don't like sharing that sort of thing. So if you are trying to join the meeting and you don't want everyone to know your name, then please disconnect and reconnect. While they're thinking about that. CC, Side Striking has just pointed out that we don't need any unnecessary attention from the powers that be. Okay. I just want to introduce One Wing Sparrow. Hello. How are you doing?
You may be muted there, Sparrow.
Just a bit mute.
Sparrow, you're muted.
Just a bit mutey.
There we go.
Cool.
There you go.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome. How are you doing? Good evening.
I'm doing awesome. How are you guys doing? I'm ready for stupid.
It's yeah.
Well,
awesome.
Do you want Gong CC then, or?
Yeah.
I think we
just
need to err on the side of caution. I'm more than happy to gong you.
Yes, please.
Sure. Please.
I'm gonna get angry at this guy if he keeps talking like this because.
And one thing I did also notice is he's talking about shootings and stuff. We don't need to discuss that. Yeah. There's been recent issues with school shootings that are coming back up. We don't need to discuss that either.
Oh, the guy's an idiot.
He hasn't done more than start to establish respect for what he's going to say. So why don't we let him go?
Yeah.
Dude always angers me because he films in his car anyway, which...
No, we need to gong him because if
Yeah. All those in favor in the panel of gonging, raise your hand.
One,
Sure. Hand
two,
raised.
3, 4. There's 4 and 2, 5. Okay.
Yes, your might.
Yes, easiest way to do it. All right.
And he's gone.
Yes.
So that brings us back to the
oh, goodness,
lovely
excuse me.
wheel.
Wheel of
Sorry about
misfortune, turn, turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it. Oh no!
Oh God, volume child.
Oh, okay.
That is actually about Planet X. That is the 5th video. Let me just line this one
Oh
up.
no! Please don't.
You
be
might
what I think it's
regret
about. Please don't be.
this.
Please
Can we
don't
go back to right to hand? Let's go back to right to hand.
No. No.
Please don't. Please don't. Please
Does-
don't. Please don't.
Does the person who selected this video want to tell us anything about it, or should I just hit the button and start the misery?
Oh, surprise us.
There's 2 parts to this video.
Oh no!
First
Boy.
one, and there's a specific reason why I chose, why I submitted this video. It gives us an update of our favorite person.
Oh God, no!
Oh no.
Is it the crazy lady?
Yeah.
Claudia Albers, I would guess.
Motherfucker!
It's from Claudia?
No,
Ooh.
it's not from Claudia.
Oh no,
but
it's the other lady
about
with glasses.
Claudia. It's about Claudia.
Oh, okay.
It gives an update on her detoxification from mercury poisoning from her fillings.
That's only been going on
Oh.
for like most of a year.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, goodness.
I'm wondering
You can't
what
get-
dentist office actually put so much mercury in that it caused her mercury poisoning.
It's not
Um,
that kind of mercury.
Yeah, we
Right.
know this. I think they just
But-
don't want to admit that she was on all sorts of kind of drugs that she abused
Yeah.
and
And
is
then
having
there's
to detoxify.
the last third of it is about Planet X. So
That, you just
Not-
described every
Oh,
Albers
no.
video ever.
In
All right.
that case, I'm just gonna play it.
Whoa! Oh,
whoa, whoa,
volume,
what?
volume! Wow! Wow! Woo.
yeah, that is a little.
That was surprisingly loud.
Should the word news not be in like scare quotes here?
Oh God. Okay. Bends the fabric of my mind. Somehow I don't
Oh.
think so.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Planet X News, April 1st, 2021. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know I haven't been on YouTube and doing
Wait.
a lot of live streams
What's
as
the
of
date?
lately. And I know a lot of you
April
want
1st.
to know
No, it's
what's
not.
going on
April
with
Fool's Day.
Dr. Elbers, how her health is doing, how the chelation therapy is doing, and that's all related to the mercury poisoning. Well, let's just say this. I have a couple videos here that I wanted to share with all of you, and this is related to mercury poisoning. And this just happens to be a dentist, and she was very worried about her exposure to mercury, putting fillings in people's mouth and so on and so forth. And she actually went to a chelation therapy unit and doctor to have some tests run to see how many heavy metals were in her body, but mainly the mercury. Dr. Elbers had many silver fillings in her mouth from many, many years ago. They were in the back, lower, and upper part of her jaw, in her teeth. And naturally, all of those fillings were done in South Africa. And if you don't know too much about the amalgam or the filling material that they use, 50% of it is made up of mercury. Now, when I was in college, I did work for a dental supply company.
Okay.
Citation, please.
It was.
But that he went to college, or the mercury amalgamation?
No, the 50% number.
Okay.
Okay.
I hear Mom Nato wanting to say something.
I'm going to look something up. Let me mute my mic since my keyboard types really loud. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, in that case, next up is Purple. Go for it.
I just wanted to know if there had ever been anything previously that indicated she had been in South Africa.
I believe we actually have heard that before on some of her other videos, but I could be mistaken.
Okay. Just wanted to check on that.
I believe she's from South Africa.
One Wing Sparrow, you still get your hand up. Is there anything else you want to
add? Yeah, I actually more have a question. Just in case anybody actually knows, why were they using mercury, one of the most notoriously liquid metals, for fillings for teeth? Like, that sounds to me like a terrible idea, especially knowing it was toxic, but I'm wondering if anybody knows why they would do that.
Well, first of all, I remember my parents telling me about how they used to play with mercury in their science class and roll it around on the desk and stuff like that. But the mercury that they use in fillings is not the pure mercury form. It is a modified substance that has trace amounts of mercury in there. It's not why they use mercury. I have no idea. At some point, I'll have to get the list of materials that they use for vacuum tubes to make vacuum tubes, because I mean, you have things like asbestos and cadmium and a whole bunch of stuff that you don't want to have hanging around. So.
Okay.
I was just curious.
Okay. The amount of mercury in a dental amalgam, you get 3 to 17 UG per day of mercury vapor.
Micrograms.
Yeah. Okay. Fish and seafood has 2.3 micrograms daily. Other foods, 0.25 micrograms. So, there is not enough micrograms in a dental filling to make you suffer for mercury poisoning. You have to have a whole lot more micrograms. Otherwise, I would be suffering it. And I've had dental fillings since the 1980s. So, and millions of other people have had fillings made with this amalgam that are not having to go through whatever she's having to go through. She's got mercury poisoning. She got it from somewhere other than a dentist, and they're misrepresenting what made her sick.
Mm-hmm.
She was totally
Purple, you got your hand up.
Well, actually, a Colorado biker in the side chat said that mercury was used in the amalgams to make the metal malleable enough to smash into the filling cavity.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Let's
doing
move on.
sales, and I learned a lot about amalgam and so on and so forth in dentistry, and I did learn about this amalgam and the mercury content, and never thought too much about it till it kind of hits close to home. Well, Dr. Elbers had these fillings in her mouth for a very long period of time. There is the possibility that as your teeth start to age, the fillings actually start to age, shrink. There's a very high possibility that mercury is seeping into your tissue and therefore into your bloodstream.
Citation,
So,
please.
Wouldn't that be
before
the case
Dr.
anyway,
Elbers
though?
came to the United States, she did have these fillings removed, and several of her teeth in the back of her mouth had to be removed, and she had some extensive dental work done, and all of that was done, way before she came to the United States. But the effects of mercury can kind of creep up on you.
He just stated that she had all this dental work removed when she came to the United States. And then he stated 2 seconds later that she had all this dental work done before she came to the United States. So we can't have it both ways. And in all honesty, if she was suffering from, and she may even be suffering from actual mercury poisoning, but a more likely reason would be fish and seafood that she might be eating from South Africa. Foods, animals, meat that she had over there. Those animals, they tend to absorb what's from their environment. And if some place had mercury in the water or it was seeping into the ground, she could have gotten it from there. I mean, who knows where she could have gotten mercury poisoning, but it's probably most likely not from her dental work.
Agreed. Any more for any more?
Well, at that point, we're just questioning the source of it, though, so she still could have been detoxing from it.
Yeah, she could still be detoxing from mercury poisoning.
I want to see the medical bill.
They're misrepresenting, I think, where the mercury poisoning came from, if that's what she's had.
Yeah.
That's all.
Mm-hmm. And like I was saying, I'm pretty sure it would have been seeping through the teeth anyway if that was a thing. I could be wrong. I'm not a dentist.
Well, that and, there would have been other signs that she was suffering from mercury poisoning that would have been physical, that would have, if she would have died earlier if the amounts that they're saying were in her dental work. If it's 50% mercury vapor,
no, they said mercury, not mercury vapor.
Okay, but if it's 50% mercury, that's still going to be a soft metal. Mercury doesn't get hard.
Not at room temperatures, no.
Right. So it would still be liquid in her teeth. They would have been poisoned when they did the filling.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like I said, I could be wrong. Not a dentist, but that.
Yeah.
It seems to me like it would have been seeping into her system from the time she was a kid, not just all of a sudden it just happened.
Right.
And I see Darren Marsh in the chat saying it hardens in the amalgam, and I get that, but still, wouldn't it be seeping into the system, though? I mean, he does seem to know somewhat what he's talking about, that's all.
She kept drooling on herself.
Let's carry on.
Okay, let's move on.
And over the course of time, since Dr. Elbers has been here in the United States, the effects of this mercury poisoning have creeped up on her. And I know a lot of you have sent numerous emails, tons of emails, with all kinds of suggestions and things to take and all of these cures and things of that nature. But, folks, I'm going to be dead honest with you. it is not easy to remove heavy metals from your body, especially mercury. And mercury can have some very, very critical responses against your body. And that's what's happened. And I've gotten all kinds of really weird and queer emails from the troll population here on the boob tube, and requesting that Dr. Albers get on a video. We want to see her face. They've been making videos claiming that this is very drastic, but that I have killed Dr. Albers. I have buried her in a hole behind my shed. I have had her institutionalized. She's no longer with me. She went back to South Africa. They've also gone as far as, on multiple occasions, calling my local police department to come here to do a welfare check on Dr. Albers. And that was done twice. And the third time, the local police department basically had enough of the nonsense, and they already had my telephone number, and they just called me. But they called me to make me aware of the harassment that was now being conducted against the police department. And I'm not sure.
That's not harassment. That's being concerned for someone's well-being. It's called being human, asshole.
Okay, so Dr. Albers has gone back to South Africa?
No, that's what he's saying.
He's not saying what did happen to her. He's just saying a lot of different claims have been made.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's one of the claims.
Okay. Chismondo, I would say yes. We're not going anywhere with this other than...
knock it off the list.
How is the panel feeling about this one? I'm getting trigger happy with the gong. How are the rest of you feeling?
Yeah, I think this is just getting into a lot of accusations and nothing else.
Yeah.
Move past the video of the
raise your hand for gonging.
On the screen.
Or move it past to the point where he is saying talking about Planet X instead of Claudia.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although if she had mercury poisoning and was slowly going insane, it actually could explain some of the conspiracies she was believing.
Yeah.
Does that look about right, Chris?
Yep.
Okay,
let's just hope.
And I didn't go much past this point, so if it turns out that it's just a bunch of nonsensical stuff, we can go on them. But I wanted to at least give this a try. So.
Okay, this is. Let's move on.
Oh. Okay, it's a bunch of circles.
Yeah, and a bunch of... It looks to me like motion tracking markers. For no reason.
I have no clue.
Is that a space nipple?
I'm not feeling this music.
Yeah.
Gong.
Gong.
I'm gonna gong it. I'm not
without some narration, I don't know what we're...
Yeah. Raise your hand for the gonging.
Like, if she was explaining any of this, or if he was explaining any of this, I might
finished.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But also the fact that it was giving an update on what was going on with Claudia. That's the other reason why I submitted that one. So
Cool. In that case, let's look at the Wheel of Doom. 3 things left.
Hey,
We've got Dino,
can we
Moonwater,
first-
and Subsid.
Hold on, could we
Jenny.
first say one final thing about this Mercury controversy?
Mm.
He was talking about, oh well, she's got this problem because she's had these mercury-filled things so long ago, and blah 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 blah. Mercury does not build up in the body and stay there. Mercury has a half-life of somewhere around 50, 60 days, couple months maybe.
I did not know that.
Okay,
I didn't know that either.
So that's a bunch of bull that he's feeding.
No, also, if
Plus,
that was a thing,
mercury that goes in.
Let Jenny finish.
The mercury that goes in is an ion. I think it's Hg3, and its ability to cross the placental and blood-brain barriers is very, very, very much reduced compared to elemental mercury.
Right.
So in other words, anybody who's claiming that they have mercury poisoning because of their fillings is a lunatic. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It just isn't real. And by the way, it's been used for over 150 years. Okay, I'm done.
I can hear some music in the background. Has
Tornado,
somebody got
turn it off.
a video on.
Yeah, it's tornado. The point is, though, is that,
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Not muted. I'm sorry. Was I broadcasting on air?
Yep.
Sorry.
Like Jenny was saying, again, if she has mercury poisoning, and I said this earlier, she got it from a different source and a different. It's not from her fillings, and so I don't know where she would have gotten it. But nothing that we can get to as normal people would be causing the mercury poisoning. It had to come from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sparrow had something to say.
Mercury is in our environment. There's a good chance you contact it every day to some degree in something. It's in our food, it's in our air, it's in our water. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's not because of pollution. It's just there. It's part of the earth.
It's natural.
Okay?
So is arsenic.
Yeah, so is arsenic. You can get arsenic poisoning from apple seeds if you eat enough apple seeds. That's why they tell you don't ingest apple seeds.
Mom, that's cyanide. And also
or cyanide, sorry. It's natural chemicals. That's how we've found them, through nature. And creating them from nature to create compounds. The point is that anything she could have gotten that was not from a scientific place like a lab is not going to be enough to cause her poisoning. And that's what Jenny's saying.
Okay, shall we
Wondering
continue?
Sparrow, you still... Wondering Sparrow, you still got your hand up?
Yep. I'm actually going to call a drink for the first time, I believe, tonight. If it was mercury poisoning from fillings, dental work is kind of a thing that most people in most, even second world, let alone third world countries do all the time. Wouldn't there be a lot more cases of this if that's what caused this whole thing?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so, they wouldn't be using it anymore.
On those grounds, I'm calling a drink.
Okay.
And drink has been noted.
Yep. We'll call.
Awesomeness. Here comes the wheel. We've still got up there Dino, Moonwater, and a Sovsit.
Wheel of misfortune.
When you
turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it.
Okay, if I get alcohol poisoning tonight, just tell everybody I was killed by bears.
Ooh, stop sit.
So sit,
Every
that's number
time a Southsit's
6.
window gets smashed, an angel gets his wings.
Oh dear, dear,
Oh,
dear.
boy.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Safe lady here, safe lady place.
Turn off your phone.
I'm in a federal place where I pay federal taxes to be here, and there's no rule. You might want to go ask your supervisor about that also, because while ago when I turned it off, you can call your cop. You can call them. So can you tell me what's going on
Already
with my
called
mail?
drink.
Can you tell me what's going on with my mail?
Wing Sparrow, go for it.
If you are claiming yourself to be a sovereign citizen, that means you are claiming to be your own, basically self-administered government. You should not be benefiting from any other government's federal services. So this looks like a post office to me. Fuck you, dude.
Didn't we already look at this post office one?
This is
No.
different.
This is a different one.
A lot of the stop-sit things are in post offices.
Yeah.
Yeah, which never really I understood because, the post office is a hotbed for violating civil rights. I mean, the thing is they always claim. I don't know if this one goes into poster 7 or not, but they'll gloss over the part on poster 7 where it says they need to get permission to do the photography. If it's pointed out to them, they say, "Oh well, that's just a policy, and so it doesn't trump the law or the rights." And it's like, well, you're willing to have the authority of the poster to go in and photograph and video, but you're not willing to have it when it says that you can't. Geez, I don't know. Something's not right there.
It's a self-sit. Something's never right.
Yeah.
Mom Nato, go for it.
Yeah. One of the things you have to also keep in mind is that this is this woman's workplace. You haven't gotten a waiver signed by her to photograph her. That is a law. You have to have waivers or consent forms signed. Yes. Consent forms signed when you are filming somebody at work, regardless of where they work. That is a policy of most businesses, and he has not gotten one from her. Therefore, he is breaking her civil rights to privacy.
Can confirm. That's one of the things that kept on running into me when I was making film shorts back in film school.
Right. Even when Tornado was in school and they wanted to videotape him for the news, I had to be given form to sign before they could actually play the piece because he was a minor and I was his parent. But I had to agree to allow them to use his image in the news footage. And, this was back in the 1990s at that point. No, not 1990s. Early 2000. So, that hasn't changed. They've gotten more strict. And the fact is that in a federal building now, you have to get permission because of all the shit that's gone on with terrorist attacks and stuff like that, especially since 9/11.
Yeah.
And he is violating those procedures by filming.
Yep. And my last job that I did as a film job was I was a PA on a documentary where we were at a Christmas tree lot, and my job was to literally get every single person who stepped foot in that parking lot that the tree lot was on to sign a waiver. That was my job.
Mm-hmm.
It's that big of a deal.
And if there's nothing else,
So this
we'll move
mail
on.
piece is not correctly addressed. This is the manual in
What
which
do you mean it's
we
not correctly
follow.
addressed? Could you help me?
And it requires a zip code
Right.
per our manual. And
Okay.
it requires you to put proper postage on it per our manual.
Right.
So if you want to do that, we can
Who have
accept
you
your
checked
mail
with?
piece.
Who have you checked with?
This is the Postal Domestic Manual.
That's the USPS. manual. I want
And
to go by
your
the
manual is
I want to
no
go by the.
longer qualified. This is the post
So,
office.
so there's
manual.
there's no longer a general post office entity that works here also.
No.
That's here also.
No.
And you know that for a fact.
Yes.
So what you're doing right now?
Follow our
So is
policy.
it because of the information on
No,
here?
it's because
is
of
it
the way
bigotry?
it's addressed.
Okay, what's wrong with the address?
And because it doesn't have proper postage.
You tell me about the address.
You do not have a zip code listed, which is required. And here's the documentation.
You want to know
I'm
something really
providing
sweet? Everybody's been really, really nice except for you. You came out with a total attitude.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
You came out with a total attitude. Did you know the water? Did you know the Earth is 71% water?
Kick him in the balls and make him leave.
Yeah. I don't know how he even claims that she's not being nice. She's being very nice to this person.
Right.
And, who doesn't put a zip code on a freaking address? What does that do as far as tromping on your rights or
It identifies where his mail is going and who he's sending it to. And that's the thing. You've had to use zip codes on your mail for how many years now?
Yeah. Since the 1970s.
Since before I was born. So, and he's probably not much older than me, if not younger, which means he grew up using zip codes to send mail, which means he's just doing this to be a fucking ass.
I remember when we used to use state abbreviations rather than the state codes, like MI for Michigan and NY for New York. It was, I don't know. Maybe I'm waxing nostalgic. I don't know why, because, but anyhow.
Zip codes came in before the 2-letter abbreviations for states.
Yes.
We were using zip codes when some states still had 4 or 5-letter abbreviations.
I am saving that factoid for trivia.
The zip code started in early 60s, 63, 64, something like that. Let's see, we used to be called zones, like where I'm living right now would have been zone 43. And what the zip code did is it added a prefix for the state and basically the county or area, whatever, so that they can look at the zip code and they can tell you what state you're in, what city you're in, and what neighborhood, what specific post office within that city it tends to your mail. That's the purpose of it.
Yeah.
And now with the 4 extra digits, that brings it down to the home address.
Like even the ZN zip code is zone. It's zone improvement plan. So
right.
Yeah, the zip code was actually an individual number for each post office that assigned the post office your letter carrier left from.
Yeah.
And the extra 4 digits is the carrier route, which is which carrier is going to be taking the mail to your house.
Yep. And the point that he's fussing at her about using a zip code, he's just doing it to be an ass. And she is being extremely polite with him and extremely nice. She hasn't even mentioned the fact that he's still filming. So, I think she's going above and beyond being nice to ignore his ass.
Yep.
Well, and he's trying to inflame things. He tried to throw bigotry in there, and she just completely ignored that.
Because she's being the better person.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Shall we continue?
Okay. Yes.
Did you know that water isn't a Behringer curve? It always finds its level. Did you know that you can't find one real picture?
Oh, good grief!
Drink! Drink!
Why are we suddenly talking about water?
He's a substitute and a flat earther.
I just want to point out Colorado Biker's last comment to me in the chat. He was most flurfers and soft sits are just attention whores, and they don't like being ignored as irrelevant. And he's a flurfer and a soft sit.
Oh,
well done, Colorado biker.
That's why I submitted this, was because we got both of them in there.
Oh my goodness.
Drink fucking hardcore.
Because he is, not only is he a sob sit and a flat earther, he's also a First Amendment auditor.
Yeah.
Oh
Wait.
my God.
Oh, serious question. Oh, wait, I'll raise my hand, but I have a serious question here.
Huh?
Oh, wait, I guess I'm just next anyway. Can you
go for it? Just go for it.
Can you be a flat earther and a sob sit? Because it seems to me like the coordinates would work differently on a flat Earth, and like the whole where you're at on the planet just doesn't line up. Like can you do both?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Why did our drink counter jump so much?
Every time I swear in my head, I'm increasing it.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's move on.
Also, I started calling drinks. That might be a factor too.
I would like to speak to your supervisor.
I am the
I'd like to
lead
speak to this-
supervisor.
Oh, no!
The postmaster. This is the postal
Drink.
policy.
Okay.
And it's a
So I can
Karen.
ask you to follow.
She is the lead supervisor.
Tornado, go for it.
So he's not only a sob sit, he's not only a flat earther, he's not only a First Amendment auditor, he's also a fucking Karen.
Right?
Oh my God.
Oh my God, this guy is like all the stupid duct taped into one.
He's
This would be a
Foursquare.
great video for playing bingo.
I know.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Playing
If I get younger
Foursquare.
creation, if he starts listing off younger
You're yelling.
creationists, I get a full house.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What
my
about
God.
Mudflood? Let him get Mudflood in.
But the point is that she's actually said, I'm the lead supervisor. So all the rest of the postal employees went, oh, fuck this. We are not dealing with this asshat. Supervisor, we really need you out front. You need to come deal with this guy. And I can just hear her in her head thinking, oh, God, why the fuck am I stuck dealing with this asshat?
Because that's the way America works.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Let's
If-
finish
if-
the rest of this.
If he does utter the words mud floods, I'm gonna have to go on. I can't do mud flood in the same thing as flat earth, soft sit, Karen, and First Amendment audit.
Okay,
I just can't.
Follow the policy or now leave.
Okay. So to follow the policy, what will I have to do?
You're required to put proper postage on the mail piece and the
Could
zip
we look
code.
up? Could we look up the chapter and the statute?
I did.
And
It's
it-
not valid.
How's it not valid?
It's no longer valid.
As
So
of when?
I'm going to have to ask
Can
you
to ask-
to
can-
follow the
no,
policy.
No, you work for me.
Turn
You work
off
for
your
me.
phone
You work for
or
me.
leave.
I pay taxes. You work for me. You work for me.
Not if you're a
I don't work for
drink.
you. So what I'm trying to do.
That's
Tornado.
not how that works at all. That is so not how that works.
Yes.
You may pay taxes, but she is a federal employee. She works for the government because the post office is a federal organization.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why your
office
grandma.
Well, actually,
The post office is an independent
Yes.
organization
Thank you, Jed.
that is licensed by the federal government or chartered by the federal government to operate and to handle the mails. She works for the post office. She is not technically a federal employee.
Actually,
For
yes
the-
and
for
no.
For the
Well,
purposes
yeah, exactly.
of insurance and stuff like that, she is a government employee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But her salary is paid by the United States Postal System, which is a private corporation, as is Amtrak.
Yes.
Amtrak is subsidized by the federal government, but it is a private organization.
Right, and even as a post office employee, that doesn't mean she works for him. She doesn't work for him because he is not her boss.
No bingo.
He doesn't own the post office. Therefore, she does not work for him.
Plus,
She
also pays taxes.
Exactly.
Therefore, with his logic, she owns that building. She works for herself.
And she can kick his ass out.
Yep.
Yep.
Photography in a post office is by an average with like a still camera or doing casual video is allowed at the discretion of the postmaster.
Right.
Okay?
Or anybody
is
authorized.
interfering with operations or customers, they can shut it down, period.
Yep.
Well,
And
I mean, security or other authorized personnel, which could be the postal employee behind the counter. You know,
Now,
it doesn't necessarily have to be the postmaster.
Now, if this guy is claiming then, well, I'm doing a professional documentary here, then he falls under a different category, and he has to not only have permission of the postmaster, he has to file forms to get a specific license to do this.
Yep.
Yes.
And they're not.
He's just making it harder on himself, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Take that whole beeper.
Yep. And she's already asked him to leave twice.
I can't wait to see how this ends. Play the video. Play.
Purple has something to say.
Wait. Purple's got his hand up.
I have a solution to all these frauditors filming in the post office. Just every time it shows an image of a stamp on their video, the post office should sue them for a copyright infringement.
Yep. Because stamps are monetized.
Well, it's unauthorized use of copywritten artwork.
Yep.
Actually, a lot of times they do specifically not use copyrighted artwork on postage stamps for that reason. That is a thing.
But still, the fact that she has asked him to leave, turn his phone off, or leave, and has also told him, this is the way it's going to be, this is the way it is supposed to be, this is the manual, STFU.
I don't want her to do this because of the precedent that it would set, but she could totally copyright like this image right here that's on the screen, and then sue him over that image.
Yep.
I do not want her to do that because, again, that would be a bad precedent for art in general, but
he has showed her face without her consent.
Yeah.
Several times. And the faces of other employees.
So yeah,
at least one employee. Therefore, he is infringing on their
privacy.
Yeah, so pick one of the photos or one of the frames that has their faces in it, copyright that. Yes.
Yeah.
Do it. That is a thing that could be done.
Hit play.
I'm trying to have you help me and tell me how to do this.
I did.
Okay, when was this statute taken out? Can you tell me that?
It's
Just
not
because you don't
valid.
like the information that's on here doesn't mean that you can do
I said
that you
nothing
can
about your
discriminate against me.
information.
Okay. Right. So what you're doing right now is you're keeping this mail. My father could be sick, and this could be going out to him just at the right time.
I'll accept it with the proper postage.
What if I don't
and a
have it?
proper
What if I don't
address.
have it anymore? Well, so what you're telling me is nobody else does that, or is it just this? It's just your post office that won't do this.
Nobody will do it. The proper policy is to follow this information that
Right.
I provided.
Right.
So you can follow it. You can address it properly. You
Right.
can put the postage on it, or you can leave.
Right. Okay. Did you know there's no real satellites in space?
You know what? Drink.
Right.
Why
That
do I always
doesn't
find
pertain
struggle?
to.
Okay,
Mom
missed
Nado.
something there.
Okay. The fact is, if he's trying to send the mail out without postage, people have been having to put stamps on their mail to mail it as long as I've been alive, if not longer. I know that it has been at least 50 years that they have required you to pay postage on your mail. And again, as long 50 years, because I'm 50 years old.
Try about 240 years.
Right, I'm just saying at least. 50 years because that's been my lifetime. And this is not something new. This is not a policy that has just changed overnight. This has been a policy that has been around for at least 50 years. So he is just doing this to be an ass, to be difficult, and to try and piss somebody off so that they will do something that will allow him to scream, "You're infringing! You're infringing!"
Okay, I just want to give you guys fair warning of the non sequitur that's going to be coming up here.
Oh, no, don't give us warning.
No,
don't give us warning.
No. I want to hear this. I just want to hear it raw, unfiltered.
Go ahead.
Go on, Chris. Finish what you're saying.
Oh, I'm not going to spoil it.
No. Jason, your turn.
Okay.
One inspiring.
He is presenting this as if it is a huge emergency that he has to deal with right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
If this was a huge emergency, he would go. Like he would be in the car on his way to deliver the money himself instead of wasting his time with a system like this that he knows is going to be a speed bump.
Okay, but
he is manufacturing drama.
Yeah,
he is manufacturing drama, just like Mom Nato said.
Mm-hmm. And a simple phone call would get him information quicker.
He could wire the money.
Yeah, exactly.
To the point, he said, I could, or my father could be needing
sick.
This
in
an emergency.
Also, sorry.
So.
I was going to say, Kitsune Cavalier in the comments, if it were an emergency, he would take the sacrifice and follow the procedure.
Right. So, moving on.
Any of this.
It does, because when you go in the postal service and you send stuff overseas, you don't go right across the curve.
Doesn't.
Well, post office is all about travel.
Do you want to email, sir?
Oh, I'm trying to.
Was that the non sequitur?
No.
No.
It's coming up.
But the fact is that even
the flyers and the post office together.
But even overseas, you have to have a zip code.
Mm-hmm. Well, or postal code or whatever. And
you still have to address
pretty strange ones.
Yeah, you still have to address it properly, or it's not going to go anywhere, and they will refuse it and say return to sender.
Now, full speed ahead.
Talk to somebody that can answer questions about when was the statute banned?
I answered the question.
When was it? What date?
I answered the questions of this is the policy.
Right.
So you can follow the postal policy or you can leave.
Okay, I'm still trying to. I can't really see. I have terrible eyes. This right here is like the most faded.
Whoa!
Have you talked to your postmaster?
Yes.
Have you talked to your supervisor over him? Is he telling you to do this?
Who are you talking
Has your
about?
postmaster? You've talked to him today?
This is the postal manual.
No, I'm saying, have you talked to your
manual.
postmaster today? Have you talked to your supervisor? Mm-hmm. He told you to tell me to leave or
To follow the policy, yes. Do
you know when the sun sets into the water?
That
you can take a telescope and you can pull it back out of the. Okay, I'm just making conversation.
What the hell?
No,
Okay.
It's fine that you feel that.
Oh, because you work for profit, right? The United States Postal Service is for profit, right?
No, it's not.
Okay, it's not a for profit. Okay. So my taxes pay your salary.
No, they don't.
Okay, whose taxes pay your salary?
No,
How does your salary get paid?
Sir, do you want to talk about the mail piece and how to mail it? Because I provided that information.
Right.
Now it's on you to address it properly and put the postage on it.
What is on her
You know, the
arm?
only thing that's ever been to space is your imagination.
I think it's just a tattoo.
Would you like to leave now?
I'm trying to.
Okay,
I
pause.
can't read this. I can't
Drink.
read that. Could you read?
Well, mine's not a drink call, just a clarification. She is entirely correct that his taxes do not pay for the post office. It is entirely self-sufficient. Its only revenue is from the sale of stamps and services.
True.
Yes.
That's what the whole Detroit thing was about.
Yeah. He has been asked now 5 times at least to leave she would be fully within her rights to call the cops at this point and say that he is refusing to leave, which can get him arrested, not only for loitering, but since she has asked him to leave 5 times at least, it is considered harassment.
And trespassing.
And trespassing.
Yeah.
Because he has been asked to remove himself from a private business. And he is refusing to do so.
It's not really fair to call them a private business. You know, I mean, we all understand.
Okay, a public business.
They have stamps and everything paid for their blah, 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 blah. They are a part of the federal government in the respects of regulations and things like that of the building and grounds.
And,
Yes.
And the pension is a federal.
They are
government,
a U.S.
pension.
agency, and they cannot make any changes to their policies without approval from Congress.
Right,
Yeah.
which means that this policy has been in effect for at least, again, 50 years. Therefore, there is nothing that he should have on that mail that is new. And he has done it before, and he has addressed, I'm sure, stamps and envelopes before on a letter. So he's doing this just to be a drama llama.
Yeah, we know.
Did we get to the non sequitur or
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Could we let it go and see what happens to him?
Finish it. Yeah.
Basically, anytime he puts out throws out something about the platter, that's
Yeah, non sequitur. Yeah.
Because I mean, she just sits there, it's just like, what does that have?
The only thing that's ever been in space is your imagination.
Yeah, well, let's finish the video.
Right there.
Let's finish the video.
Wondering Sparrow, you still got your hand up.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm going to put my conspiracy theorist hat on here. I am starting to question the authenticity of this video. And specifically because this woman's face has not appeared more than 3 times in the video. And every time it appears, her audio is not lining up with what she is saying. Now, it could be that the audio's off. It could be any number of things. It's just, I'm not entirely sure that that's what's going on. And I could easily film this and then dub over everything with me and a friend.
It could be that you're lagging a bit.
It could be that I'm lagging a bit. Yes, it's just I am starting to question the authenticity. That's all.
That is a conspiracy theory. I don't want to hear it. This is not the place for conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Let's move on.
Fair enough.
Moving on.
No, I can't. I provided it to you.
But what I'm saying is I have terrible eyesight. I can even show you my records. I need glasses right now as we speak.
Well, why are you not wearing your glasses when you're driving?
Because I can't afford them. That's what I'm trying to send 2 cent stamps. And reading this is a whole lot different. So now are you an eye doctor too? Are you an attorney, an eye doctor, and you tell when everything's canceled? A judge,
nope,
the jury, and everything?
Nope, I'm none of that.
Then why are you treating a customer in a way that a customer shouldn't be treated?
I'm not treating you any kind of way. I provided you the information, and I told you
Right.
what's required for me to accept the mail piece.
Right. And when will your postmaster be back?
He will not be back.
So he's never coming back.
He's on leave for the week.
For
So
the
I
week.
did
can you
talk
tell
to
me?
him,
Can you tell me
and
when
he
your
said,
postmaster
"You
will
need
be
to
back?
next week."
What day next week will your postmaster be back? Because right now, what you're doing is you're impeding me sending my mail to my mail.
I'm not,
Yes, you are.
I will gladly accept if you address it properly
I'm not sending it
postage
through
on
the
it.
USPS. I'm not going through your government
Okay, then you can leave
facility.
our building.
But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out what that says.
I love that one.
Did he just say, I'm not sending it to you, Gorgon?
You Gorgon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he actually just say that? Wind
Yes.
that back. I want to hear that again.
No, we don't need to wind it back. He called her a Gorgon. Yes, we all heard it. The point is he has moved on from being an auditor to being
a belligerent asshole.
Yes, he is deliberately being belligerent to try and wind her up, and she is being calm and mellow and just dealing with it. She gets kudos for not just saying, you know what, if your ass is not literally, if your ass is not out of my building in 5 seconds, I am calling the police and having you arrested for harassment, trespassing, and loitering.
50 points to this lady's house. Like,
yes.
Play it.
States Postal Enemy. It's not
Enemy.
what you're talking about.
Enemy?
Yeah, this is a United States Postal Service.
Right. Okay. So you're a corporate entity.
So you could
Right.
follow the guidelines.
Whoa!
Right.
Proper postage.
Drink.
And put a proper
Drink.
zip.
Does this guy not know there's a difference between a corporate entity and a federal entity?
Yes. Apparently not. He does not understand that.
There's also private entities.
Yeah, the post office is technically a private
None
entity.
of this matters.
Yeah,
Let's
we've
not-
already discussed this.
Obviously, just dear God.
Moving on.
Right.
Or you could
Can you tell me what supervisors you spoke to today?
No, I
For
don't
the
need to
record.
release that information.
Why can't you? Why can't you tell me who you spoke to? So you're telling me that
This is
the difference in my
this is
dad
our
getting this
policy.
information right here, the difference in my dad getting this information
Whether
is
it was your dad or that postcard,
Right,
I
right,
would require
right. So you're
it to
liable
be
for that, right?
addressed
right.
properly
Or you're,
with the proper postage.
to go through the United States Postal Service,
Mhm.
but not to go through the General Post Office.
And that is no longer any existence.
As of when?
Since the 30s.
Since the 30s?
You follow the post office policy, which is
can you
this
show me that?
policy.
Can you show?
I'm not required to show you that.
Okay.
I've showed you my documentation
Right.
here, and now I'm asking you to either follow the policy,
But I can't read.
address
I can't
your
read it.
mail piece, or
Sir.
leave.
You want
Right.
to leave?
I'm trying to say no. sir.
If they ask you to leave, you need to leave.
And then you
Right,
turn
but
off
I'm a
the phone.
customer. I'm trying to
Police
figure out how to have a
officers!
What?
Not allowed to record.
Okay.
They
And
have
he
the authority.
refuses
I'm allowed to
turn off
record
his
in a
phone,
federal
and
building.
he-
Do you have an ID on you?
I don't need to show my.
Yeah, you do.
Am I being detained or am I free to leave?
You're being detained.
For what reason am I being detained? For causing a disturbance. I got everything like that.
I think with the exception of Mudflip, I believe that's a conspiracy full house.
I don't need to get it.
Yes.
I have a constitutional right. For what?
You need to identify yourself to this officer,
Why am I being detained?
Because you're on fucking.
I've asked him to leave.
Sir, please don't put your hands on me.
Put
So
your
what you
hands
need is
behind
my
your
ID.
back.
Super
So,
chat.
so you're taking me to jail?
Don't play those games.
I'm not playing a game. I got a constitutional right. And I haven't done nothing wrong. And if you tell me that I'm being
Tase
detained,
him! Tase him!
I'm going to pause it there to say thank you very, very much to Xenomorph42 for $5, who says, sounds like she's dealt with this type before. Absolutely.
It does, yes.
I think she's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the
I
fact
think,
is,
I think she
this lady
was
deserves a
delayed
medal.
just so that the police got there.
I think so
Like,
too.
Snuck up on him. That was awesome.
Yep, let's finish watching it. I want to see him get detained.
first you have to ask me to leave to be trespassed. Okay, I'm leaving.
Mr.
she
Sparky!
did.
We want Mr. Sparky.
She's asked him 5 times, at least, to leave.
Okay. There's no reason for y'all to be putting your hands on that.
We're detaining you in handcuffs.
Oh, and
Mr. Sparky! We want Mr. Sparky!
You're not under arrest right now. Okay?
Well, if I'm not under arrest, then I'm free to leave.
Relax. We're going to explain
If
what's
I'm not
going
being
on.
detained, I'm free to leave.
oh,
Ma'am, this
his mail is now on the
that is
floor.
not how that works at all.
Give customer service. Okay.
I'll get all your stuff. You know.
My wrist is turned around backwards on the cuff.
Okay.
That's how it works,
My
yes.
wrist is
Good
sprung.
job.
So let's drop what's
No, I don't need to drop my camera.
I think I should. Yep, there you go. I was going to say, they should take his keys out of his
I have
hand.
no
But
weapons. You do not have the right to search me. You do not have the right to frisk me. This is my constitutional right. I do not give you the right to search and seize. You do not have the right. Please quit touching my. Please quit touching me that way. Please. Could you please call your sergeant? You're stepping on my mail. You're stepping on everything that I have.
Sparky! Sparky!
You're
Shush!
stepping on my things.
A drink. I think did he push the question or did he strip the gears when he was shifting between sovereign citizen First Amendment auditor there?
I have no clue.
He stripped the gears.
Let's finish watching it.
Okay, let's continue.
If I'm not arrested, why am I being detained? No.
Let's go outside.
You can't do anything. You gotta tell me why I'm being detained.
Let's go outside.
So you understand?
No, they don't.
I think you should learn some case law.
Okay.
Because you do have the right to detain you in handcuffs.
No, you don't. You do not have the right to search me or anything unless I'm being detained. You do not have the right to...
You are being detained. That's why they put you in handcuffs, you
My wrist
idiot.
turned around the wrong way. Why is it always...
I like that they're still using his phone to record this.
Right?
They want to put their hands on me, man.
No, I think it's a
Why
body
is it
cam.
always the little dudes that look for this ego?
I'm not
Either
sure what
way.
it is because that looks like a microphone sticking
You don't have
outside,
to.
and
It is.
Are you going to arrest me? Please call your supervisor.
Sir, is your name Bill?
Please call your supervisor.
We're going to need to get you identified. That's the only
Please
issue
call
we're
your
having.
supervisor.
So
Please call your supervisor.
Can I just...
No, my wrist is being hurt right now, man.
Well, you're out of luck.
Take for attention.
No, it's definitely a body cam because it says accident.
yeah.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for fixing it while you got me handcuffed out and making a scene in front of something I've done before. You got creep up behind me.
Yes, they did.
How am I causing the disturbance? The only one causing the disturbance is y'all coming in and backing me up.
Yelling.
No, I'm not going to stop yelling. There's nothing against Florida about yelling. There's not one thing that says I can't yell or have emotion.
Yes, there is. It's called
Just so what are we trying to... Now you found us charge?
disturbing the peace. Yeah.
What am I being detained for? In order to be trespassed, she has to tell me to leave. I left whenever you told me to. She was sitting there trying to check. Okay.
Drink.
You do not get to claim the rights of a country which you claim to be separate from.
I heard her
Thumbnail.
distinctly ask him to leave 7 times, and he
Right.
refused to leave. Therefore, he is trespassing. And she kept repeating, either address your mail properly. I've answered your question. Either address your mail properly with the proper postage or leave. Or leave was asking him to remove himself from the property.
And at one point she says you can remove yourself from the building, from my
Yes.
building.
Yes, she did. Right before the police got there. She said it twice, and he refused to leave. Therefore, they have the right to detain him. They have the right to arrest him for trespassing, and that's what they're going to do.
Yep.
At this point, he's working on not just being detained, but being arrested.
Yes,
Yeah.
because he is being violent.
He's resisting arrest, literally.
Yes, he is. Moving on.
And for what reason? Well, they told me to leave. I was trying to cause... I was trying to mail...
Employees
Okay.
of the post office.
All right.
They have the authority.
Oh, drink.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
Just a second. He flat out, if you back it up just a few seconds, he said, I was trying to cause.
You can ask me to do
So he
whatever
knew
they want.
exactly what he was doing.
Let's just carry on. It's going to take me too long to do that.
Ask me to do whatever you want to ask me to do, but you're not supposed to put cuffs on me for no reason.
You
Without...
have an understanding of the law. Are you going to identify yourself?
Am I being detained? Am I being arrested?
Clearly, you're
Yes.
Am I being arrested?
being detained right now.
Please call your sergeant.
Not necessarily, but yes.
Please call your sergeant.
They called us.
Okay, I've got it all on video, so it's all about to go down.
I know, and we'd like to see that too, if you want to show us.
Right.
So we can.
I'm handcuffed right now, man.
So this is why you're in handcuffs. Is because you were refusing to identify yourself.
Watch him
You
try
can
and
handcuff me
run.
for refusing to identify myself?
We need to talk to you and identify you.
You need to go to a safe space is what you need to do. I'm missing an eardrum, so I'm wobbly, okay? I'm missing an eardrum.
I'm not a fan of cops, but I love these
I'm missing an
guys.
eardrum. I'm deaf too, so how loud can I talk? How loud can a deaf dude talk?
So
Fuck no, I'm pissed off.
I know you are. I can see that.
And you
But you
never
weren't
talk to me
talking
the way
that
that you
loud
would
at
put
the
your
time.
hands on me the way you are right now. These cuffs. Look at my fucking cuffs, man.
This is how people end up in jail. You better be cool with us.
Look at my cuffs. I don't have to apply to your rules. I do not have to apply. You work for me, dude. I paid your salary. You're my servant. You're my fucking servant. No, you're my fucking servant.
Okay, now he's being abusive.
Please, my
That is the worst thing you could say to a cop. Literally the worst thing you could say to a cop.
Yeah.
Purple, go for it.
Yeah, he's saying that he doesn't have to abide by our rules, and it doesn't matter whether or not you're a citizen. If you're in a public place, you are under the jurisdiction of the police. It doesn't matter what country you're in or what country you're a citizen of.
Yep.
He just keeps.
He's digging deeper.
Digging and digging, and Colorado Biker says, "I think Mr. Sparky is about to make an appearance." Mr. Sparky, we want Mr. Sparky.
Please stop yelling.
I do want Mr. Sparky.
We do, but let's move on.
Off all the circulation in my hands.
Let's go talk to the RPs.
No.
Please call your sergeant or tell me why I'm being detained.
Oh,
yes, that's why.
You're not pushing me in there right now. I can't.
Okay, relax. What is going on with your hands here? We fix this one.
Feel how tight they are, man.
No, they're very loose, man. I can fit
Fit it.
my whole finger in there. I'm putting my finger in it right now.
Why do you have me in cuffs in the first place?
Sir, have a seat okay?
Please call your sergeant. I don't need to have a seat.
You want your seat?
I've got bad knees. I just had hip surgery.
Yeah, that's fair,
I'm
Chris.
in that car right now.
It's gonna really hurt.
You got that? I'm telling you, you don't ask me. You just come in here and throw me in cuffs. You didn't have to put your shit in there. So every time somebody's got...
Okay, so he has bad vision, he can't hear, he has bad knees, and he just had hip surgery.
And his dad is...
And his dad is possibly ill. How many excuses can he make to keep him from doing stuff?
There's no satellites, and...
And he's not a citizen of the United States, therefore he doesn't have to be follow our rules. So he's working on 2 hands of 5 card. Yeah, 2 hands of Texas Hold'em.
Also, presumably, he was trying to send money to his dad for whatever's gone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And if he's got that many disabilities, how did he get that money? Because I've got one major disability, and let me tell you, it's a bitch.
How is he getting back and forth? He has to have a license if he's driving.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's breaking the law, going to get arrested for driving without a license.
This is meaningless supposition.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, we need to make one point that everybody keeps forgetting here. Civil rights in this nation are accorded to anyone who is within our shores. Doesn't matter
that is true
or not.
Right, but that is the point. The point is that they are claiming that the Constitution is null and void, except for when they want to use it to.
I was not addressing the video. I was addressing our panel.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's fair.
I never claimed that he wasn't allowed those civil liberties. I'm just saying that he's claiming not to be a citizen.
Yeah. Right.
I just want to hear
whether
more
he is a citizen or not is immaterial to all of this.
I just want to hear one of the cops say that if you're not a U.S. citizen, file a complaint with your consulate.
I would say even if he is a citizen, he would be treated the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the point. You know, he could file a complaint with the foreign consulate, but they have to show that the police
Jason, your mic.
something unusual in the procedure.
Thank you.
Anyway,
come in the
look
door.
at the movie. Yeah, play.
Arizona Charlie David 7507. Might be some kind of special plate. It's on a work truck and it has letters I can't read. We're gonna be at Pine Knoll and Laundry.
Because you're a little power-hungry dude to put your hands on me and put cuffs on me a way that you shouldn't. And you got you.
Just relax for a second, okay?
I'm deaf, all right?
Okay.
See my eardrum? Look behind my right ear. I don't have an eardrum over there. Tell me how loud I can talk. You're gonna shove me in that car? Keep freaking out. You're gonna shove me in that car?
We're not gonna shove you in the car.
Can you relax for a second, okay?
You said if I don't shut up, you're gonna
Drink.
kill me in that fucking car?
Now he
I'm
has no
definitely-
eardrums.
I'm deaf in one ear, not an excuse. Fuck off.
Well, the fact that if he doesn't have an eardrum in his right ear, like he's claiming, then he would not be able to stand properly. You lose your sense of balance when your eardrums are affected.
Not entirely true, but I get where you're coming from. It's my balance is fine personally. It's just I have kind of blown out my eardrum on my right side because I listen to music very loudly. And yeah, that was a mistake. So I'm now basically deaf in my right ear. But my balance is mostly fine.
Oh,
sorry, Cheesemondo. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I pressed the wrong button. I meant to say Purple's got his hand up, but I got carried away and pressed the play button. So I'm very sorry. Purple, go for it.
I believe it's her, but I could be wrong.
Just if people want to tally up all the trouble he's getting himself into, they've realized that his truck does not have proper license plates, so the vehicle's about to be impounded as well.
Yes.
No, I think that was a different cop call. Because there was a woman, not these guys.
Oh, I thought they were checking out his truck in the parking lot.
Oh, let us stream, Mom NATO. Let us stream.
Because there's only been 3 cops, and all 3 of them are around him right now. Although if it's this many cops, there should be a 4th cop. Okay, so I could be counting wrong. 1, 2, because normally they come in 2s. So there's a 4th cop somewhere. It could be that the female is part of this group.
Yeah, generally they come in pairs.
Yeah, so there's still 1 cop missing. So you could be right. Moving on.
Let's
find
out.
I promise you that.
Is your name Bill?
No, my name's not Bill.
Okay.
I don't answer questions.
Okay. I'm just trying to talk to you.
31, can you say that?
You just
You work for me. I don't answer questions.
Do you know why? Do you understand why we're here?
Do you know that the more I'm in custody right now, the more you're going to be in trouble? You know you're about to be a movie star?
Yeah, okay. Do you know why we're here?
Why?
Because we were in there trying to mail mail that they can't mail it.
And then she brought me out that piece of paper and I told her I couldn't see it. And I was trying to get her to explain to me why I couldn't.
Safari, 3409-3409 at 1246.
What's that?
Which piece of paper?
That piece of paper right there.
This one?
See that faded out thing in there in the dark? You really can't see it.
Okay, she told you you couldn't
She was
use
trying to tell me
it.
that that's the UPS. That is that's the United Postal Service.
Okay.
And I'm trying to use the General Post Office.
The correct turn of phrase is United States Postal Service.
That United Postal Service.
Yeah.
Let's proceed.
Which, if I don't put the zip code and abbreviate the state, then I should be able to post anything, mail anything within a half an ounce for 2 cents. It's my constitutional right. And instead of her being mean and talk to me nicely, she calls y'all and y'all come in here and creep up behind me and throw cuffs on me?
We're trying to figure out what's going on.
And then you tell me you're going to throw me in a car? No, I'm getting detained. Why am I being detained? So file charges on me. Let's do it.
We gotta get probable cause.
Let's do it. No, you have to have probable cause to put cuffs on me.
No, we just need reasonable suspicion to put you.
No, you know what? No, you can't put cuffs on me for being suspicious. You better go back and check your laws,
Sir, do you have
man.
anything else in there that belongs to you?
What's that?
Do you have any more of your property?
No, but you're going through my mail right
I'm
now.
not going through your
You're
mail.
sitting there reading my mail. You just got through reading my mail.
Fucking drink.
You know that? Did you know that the earth is?
The probable cause was you taking up like 20 minutes of the woman in the post office's life, and you just kept on going even though she tried to get you to leave. That is probable cause.
Yeah. They just need to tell him, okay, you know what, you're under arrest for trespassing, and get it over with.
Let's find out.
Am I stupid for saying that?
No, let's move on. Let's keep watching. I want to get to the end of this. No more drink calls. Let's just let it play.
I unfortunately, I think there's another 12 minutes of this to go, so at some point we might just...
Did you know the water always finds its level when not manipulated? Did you know the earth is flat? Did you know that? Go look him up on iLeaks and I'll hold him. Please get your hands off of me. I can't, because you keep moving around. I'm allowed to move. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
It's called resisting arrest.
When I didn't do anything in there. You can come in and ask me to leave, and if I didn't leave, then throw cuffs on me. But you're not going to come in there and tell me, give me my ID when I haven't done anything. You don't have the right to go through my stuff and look through everything that I have. Who do you think you are?
I don't want to read your mail.
No, who do you think you are?
Watch him start kicking the cop car.
You know, I stuck up for guys like you when I was in high school. I stuck up for guys you got picked on. Now you got the power and you want to like put your hands on people, and push on people, and shove on people. For no right. You have no right. You're outside of my wrist, or can you not see my wrist?
Outside my wrist? No, they're the same color.
All right. We'll have that documented too.
Everton updated to it's going to be Charlie David 75074.
Please get your hands up.
No, I'm serious. Stop moving.
Flagstaff,
Or if you get in the car, I'm not gonna.
Get in the car.
Oh, then I'm gonna have my hands on you.
Why do you have to put your hands on me?
he's
Am I
moving
running
your
your
car.
car?
No, you keep moving
Am I
around.
gonna run?
You keep moving
Am I
around.
gonna run?
I don't care if you're gonna run or not.
I don't have an eardrum. I'm wobbly. Quit touching me, man.
No.
Get your hands off of me. Am I resisting?
he's
What am I
starting to
doing? Am I
struggle.
resisting arrest? Are you arresting me? Then I'm not resisting arrest. And get your fucking hands off of me. Fuck you.
Now you're
Don't go to
resisting
me,
arrest.
me too.
We're just trying to figure out what's going on.
It's not your right to figure out what's going on.
Well, when somebody calls the police,
They can call the police all they want. You call the police on me for calling you a stupid pig, but that don't mean shit.
Hey, if I let go of you, will you lean against the car?
Are we gonna make deals now? And now we're making deals, right?
I'm just
Now this little dude back here wants to make a bargain with me.
You said you told me not to.
Yeah, let go of me, man.
Are you gonna lean against the car?
I said I would, yes.
All right.
Did you know the only thing that's 71%
He's still not leaning against the car.
He's not leaning against the car. He's away from the car.
A real picture of a satellite will give you $500. You know, when I walk to the top of a mountain and I get to the top, I turn all the way around with my camera to show everybody what it all looks like. Don't tackle me. I'm just like
Get against the
No,
don't get against the car, actually. Let's let you get
Years
teased.
back, has never done that. Did you know that NASA, if you turn that snake tongue into a T, the only other word you can spell with it is SATAN?
Oh my God!
Cannabis
What the hell is that?
was what Moses anointed Aaron with in the Bible. It's in the anointing oil. And we got people in jail right now.
Drink.
yeah, they're working on getting
Yeah.
He just pulled. Do you know what's in the Bible? So I think that's our creationist.
Circuit breaker in his brain.
Yep. I just got a full house on my bingo card.
And the fact is that he keeps moving backwards and forwards away from the car. Yeah. All right.
Let's
I'm
let
done.
it go.
One Wing Sparrow, you got your hand up.
Yeah, I wanted to say it a while ago. It's just, I don't know how many people here are like West Coast people. This motherfucker is doing this in Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
That is like the worst state you could possibly pull this shit in.
Yeah. All right.
My dad has driven through Arizona and he got pulled over for driving 3 miles an hour over the speed limit.
He could be in Flagstaff and not, have enough oxygen going to his brain. Then.
That's entirely true.
I don't think that's Arizona.
Do you know of another Flagstaff?
Like they got snow over there.
Yeah,
Arizona does get snow, actually.
Well,
Can we
Flagstaff
proceed?
definitely does.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, moving on.
Be anything like that. Did you know that the people who rejected the system in the 3rd grade are out on the streets because none of that shit spinning on a ball at 1,000 miles an hour made sense to them? Now they're in jail and incarcerated for trying to hustle. Right. You know that everything I'm doing right now is to prevent what's happening to me right now?
So here's a sergeant for you, okay, sir?
Notice who's not against the car. He's not even close to the car.
It's immaterial.
Yeah, he requested a super.
Am I being detained or am I free to leave? Am I being arrested?
He's detained right now.
Am I being arrested? Am I being charged? If I'm not being charged, you cannot put cuffs on me and detain me.
Yes, yeah, they actually can.
Since when?
You can detain somebody in handcuffs. You wanted to talk to me. Is that what your question is?
Why am I being cuffed?
I don't know why you're being cuffed.
Because I want to show my ID.
He's being detained while the officer talks with the RP. Okay.
Okay. I'm being
Talk to Officer Priest, figure out what's going on.
No, my cuffs are, look, sir, my cuffs are so tight right now that my hands are turning colors. Take the cuffs off of me.
I'm going to take him for tension. So they're tied for 10.
Both of them.
I can fit 2 fingers in there.
I don't give a fuck how many fingers.
And now his hands come back on his back.
I can fit 1 finger in that one.
Okay.
So that's pretty good.
Why are you walking around me like this, dude?
Because you keep walking around.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't
I
matter.
told you I wouldn't handle
it don't
you.
matter. You couldn't handle me with the cuffs. You would never do me this way if you didn't have a badge on, man. Y'all would never talk to me this way if you didn't have a damn badge on.
Just stay close to the vehicle. That's it.
If you didn't have a
I'm
badge
not
on,
never talk to me this way if you didn't have a badge on.
I'm not gonna put hands on you or anything.
Right.
I want to see this.
Please tase him. Please tase him.
He's trying to walk away, is what it is.
Sir, if I'm being arrested, please charge me with something. Please charge me with something. Please charge me with something. Am I being charged? I'm not being charged yet?
Not yet.
So y'all wait and see if y'all can charge me with something.
No, sir. That's why he's talking to staff.
What you're saying is right. So it's their decision then, right?
No.
So it's their decision whether what happens.
They're talking to staff in there, but there's always 2 sides to every story.
Right.
No, 44.
Two sides. What is the story? Do you know?
I'm going to follow up at Ralph's Coin Shop for the gas call.
Yeah, he's tasing.
They said, sorry, we can't mail these.
Well, they already have them in cuffs, so I mean, trying to.
Y'all about to learn a lesson too. I promise you're about to learn a lesson. You want to bet?
Okay,
No,
pause.
I bet you're about to learn a lesson. I'll bet.
I didn't want to get into nitpicking points, but that is the difference between being detained and being arrested. The cops can detain him by force if necessary while they sort out the situation. He is not actually being arrested until he has been charged with a criminal offense. That's the difference.
Which it sounds like they're going to charge him with trespassing.
Yeah. But so far, he has not been arrested. He's only being detained.
Right.
As
But
much
they-
as we'd love to see the tasing,
They won't
already
tase him
have
now.
them
They
under
seem cuffed.
control.
Yeah.
They already have him under control.
Unless he
They
tries
just
to take off
doing
running.
their usual.
Which is every bit likely at this point.
Yeah, the way he's walking around, they could have pretty much thrown him against the car, and they're being very patient with him not to press him against the car. I've seen police, and he is very much trying to resist arrest at this point.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but if he had darker skin, he wouldn't have gotten away with it this long.
No, he'd have been dead by now.
You're forgetting the input to their decision making by the cameras.
Yeah. All right, let's finish watching. We've only got 5 minutes left.
Bet y'all about to learn so much. Y'all about to be fucking movie stars, man. You're about to be fucking viral.
Making the right, let's see him get tased.
Now, I bet you wouldn't talk to me or touch me or anything like that if you had that fucking badge on. I'll bet you.
I'm just wondering if he's going to go Nathan Thompson
Neither one of y'all. I
on
bet
and
both of y'all
start
together
smacking him
He already did.
again.
He tried.
I can talk whenever after y'all put cuffs on. Stand me out here in front of my town embarrassing me like this, man.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
wonder why y'all get abused, man. You wonder why y'all get abused. Because of guys like y'all get the good ones hurt. Y'all get the good cops hurt because of doing this kind of shit. You know that? You know y'all get the good ones hurt? Are you aware of that?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah,
threatening
you do.
me? Oh, no.
Yeah, you do.
He is
Talking
now
to you as a
digging
friend,
his way
as
through
your
the
brother,
force.
as the one that looks out for you. Without cacoing, without falling out, you just can't like do a cartoon and go through a building. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. You better do your research.
This dude is drunker than I am.
Okay, you are under arrest for disorderly conduct.
There it is.
No, I'll identify myself when I'm under arrest. So you're just now arresting me because I wouldn't identify myself.
Yes!
You're under arrest for trespassing.
Sir, I just
Get
had
in the
hip
car.
surgery. I just had hip surgery. I can't. I'm 6'5". I can't. I'm not been down.
Okay.
Am I going to jail?
Oh, you can't sit in the car now. Oh,
Am I going to
fuck
jail?
How did he get there?
Strap him to the hood, then.
Tase him! Tase him!
No, no. In order to identify myself, I've got to be charged first. And y'all weren't charging me. Just charged you. He just now charged me. Sir, Sergeant.
Will you identify yourself?
Yes. Am I being arrested?
Will you please?
5051 South Milton at the Burger King is the welfare check
What I need
on 2 transients with a dog.
My name's James Beckett. Yeah.
You want to have a seat in the car for us?
Yeah.
Please have a seat in the car, sir. 1125, sir.
Y'all are making a huge mistake. You know that, don't you? You do know this. You didn't.
Sit in the
I didn't
car.
scream at anybody, sir. And I'm missing an eardrum, so I'm deaf. I've got it all on camera. You can see it all. You never asked me for my side. Nobody. They just came in and threw me in cuffs. They just came in and threw me in cuffs in there.
If you want to give your side, we'll reach your Miranda rights.
Because they're behind you and watch the whole thing.
What's that?
Yeah.
Sit down in the car first. Please have a seat, sir.
Could you get my phone off the back of your car before the sun hurts it? Yeah, we'll get it.
Boy, he's pretty spry for somebody who just had hip surgery.
On the record, can y'all
I
tell me
was
how you
going to say, he's been standing up a whole hell of a long
without
time.
having,
Yeah.
We can detain individuals while we conduct the investigation.
But you have to have a
Line
suspicious.
probable, there is reasonable suspicion. There was reasonable.
I haven't known anybody who had hip surgery who was walking without a cane for at least
Yeah.
4 months.
You work for me.
Talk over me. I can't talk. You're going to talk over me.
As someone who has had hip surgery, all the pain is gone after you have hip surgery, and you can sit and do all kinds of things all over again that you couldn't do before. It's curative, not
They then
damaging.
continued the investigation where they developed probable cause for disorderly conduct and trespassing.
And what did I do?
And now they are placing you under arrest.
What did I do?
Disorderly conduct
By
and
being
trespassing.
noisy, disrupting the patrons of the establishment and the employees.
So what you're
of the
trying to tell me is there's a certain. How loud can I talk if I'm deaf?
It's disorderly, unreasonable.
How loud can I talk if
Unreasonable.
I'm
This
deaf?
is not an argument for here, sir. Please feel free to obtain a defender, and they can defend you. The allegations are disorderly conduct and trespassing.
Trespassing.
Yes, sir.
I'm trespassing in a place that I pay taxes in.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not allowed to film it there either, right? I'm not allowed to film the police either, right?
You can film, please.
Then why are they filming that
film?
Why would they use it?
You cannot use the items in a way that are harassing.
Why?
Or be construed as harassing.
Why would they filming me?
I don't know.
They won't serve me until I turn off my camera.
Reset the car. That sounds like a great discussion for you and your attorney, sir.
You will have your day in court, and I'm sure the judge will be willing to watch your video before passing sentence.
Yep.
And that wraps it up.
That's it. Oh my
I was
goodness.
hoping for Mr. Sparky.
Mr. Sparky would only happen if he was in the car, in his car, and refused to identify himself and rolled his window up.
Well, or if he had actually tried to run there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for sticking through that thing too. That was just too good not to show it.
It was a good bingo game.
Mm-hmm.
I may never forgive you for bringing a soft sit flat smacking. Am I being entertained? Creationist Karen video to movie night.
Steve, thanks.
Hadn't come from the trifecta. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna head off now, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Good night, Tornado.
That actually is the last video of the night. Has anyone got anything they want to shell out? Tell us about. Anyone want to chime in on any of the stupid that we've seen tonight?
do you know if we're doing Game of Fools tomorrow, Jeff?
Jeff is fine. I've gone by Jeff before. I dare you to try to find a name I haven't gone by before. I don't think we are going to, but I'm going to leave it up to Tracy, Shadow. I think it's probably more likely a Sunday thing if it happens this week.
Okay, well, we can do Sunday. I don't mind. But for shilling out, Lavender Lady does Coffee with Lavender on Sundays at noon Eastern, and she also does the open chat on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. So drop in and have a watch if you feel like it.
Awesome. If somebody could post a link to the Lavender Ladies channel in the side chat, that would be superb. Then we can find it. Danny, is there anything you want to tell us? Anything we need to know? Anything you want to chill out?
Kate, you want to do that?
I'm going to go ask Tracy about the whole Game of Fools thing. I'll be back.
Jenny, is there anything you want to tell us? Anything we need to know?
No.
Okie doke. Chris, anything you want to tell us? Anything we need to know?
I'm working on getting a new channel started. Calling Wag the Dog, and basically I'm going to start with some modern political thought philosophers like John Locke, Rousseau, and stuff like that, discuss their works, and eventually getting up into the Constitution, because I'm tired of watching these First Amendment auditors coming through and just saying, "Oh, freedom of the press," or whatever, and it really has no bearing on what they're doing. So.
What, you don't like their third grade law degrees?
YouTube law degrees, yeah. But I don't know when I'm going to have that put together. I started gathering the materials. I got some heavy reading I got to get through and make some notes and stuff. So
I would like to cut in here at some point when I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if Game of Fools is happening tomorrow. It might happen Sunday. I don't know if it's happening at all. However, it turns out...
Shadow is feeling better? Shadow is feeling better?
She's on the improvement. However, we have a D&D campaign that we're running, and the guy who is our DM set up a game for tomorrow night, I believe. So, if that's the case, I think maybe we will do it Sunday, and if not, everybody can hate me and kick me in the balls, and I will add balls underneath the whole rape room thing on the pirate flag I'm designing. So,
okay.
All right, there's the copy.
Awesome.
There's Lavender Lady's channel, so people can look at it in the side chat.
That's in the side chat. Thank you. Anything else?
Heat Shield posted Lavender Lady's channel.
Well, just to make sure.
And I don't know if Lavender Lady... Sorry.
Go on. Finish what you're saying.
I was going to say, I don't know if Lavender Lady is listening, but I did not forget about the Photoshop job I promised to do for you. I am still working on it, so don't worry, I didn't forget.
Awesome. Purple, is there anything you want to tell us? Anything you need to know? Anything you want to chill out?
Nothing special going on, just my usual chats, Wednesdays at noon, Thursdays at midnight Central.
Cool. If I'm sure we all know Purple's channel, but if somebody could throw that in the side chat as well, being as we're shilling stuff out, that would be greatly appreciated. I think I've gone around the room. I have. I just want to. Oh, go on. Who is that?
I was just going to say, also, Purple, if you want to join Game of Fools again, Shadow is 100% on board, just so you know.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep, depending on the time.
Yep.
Let me see. Cool. Where is...
I'm sure somebody can find Purple's channel. In the meantime, while somebody's doing that, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's watching, everyone in the side chat. A great big extra special thank you to Zemo42 for the super chat.
Yeah.
If Cy Strikling is still there, have a good evening. Other than that, I think we're just about done. There's Purple's channel in the side chat. Let's get out of here because it's 11:23 p.m., which means it's much later for the rest of you.
This is the Game of Fools channel chat. So
Awesome.
Thank you,
Throw that
Mamito.
in, and then we'll wrap this up, and we will all head for the hills. So, thank you to everyone on the panel.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot we actually have a link now.
Yeah, Game of Fools is on Sundays at
for now.
10. For now, usually. Normally it's on Saturdays at 11:30, 10:30. But we've been doing it on Sundays at 10:30 Eastern. So if we have it, it'll be there. We need more people to show up and join us and make it more fun, because usually what we do allows the audience to participate when we do things like Jackbox TV. So
yeah. By the way, I don't know if you saw, we technically have Jackbox 8 now.
Yes.
Excellent. Good. Okay. Thank you, Cheese Mondo, for
hosting
and doing the producer duty.
Oh, anytime. It's always great fun, except when people bring soft sit, flat smacking, am I being temptations Karen videos.
That wasn't just soft sit. That was like soft sit, flatter, like
yeah,
that was hysterical.
Cheese Moto, I got a question for you. Are you aware?
Sure, go for it.
On the top of a mountain and you look around at the horizon, rises to your level.
There's so much wrong with that. I don't even know where to start. But there are some mountains nearby. I might give it a go, but I'll have to do it in a flat Earth type fashion.
Oh my God, this guy was just a fucking nutter.
Cheese, thank you very much for covering for Jess. It's such a big effort, and I really appreciate you taking the time to do it. Thank you very much.
Yes, it's always fun to have you around.
It's always good fun to do this. It's why I agreed to do it. But yeah, apart from Chris, who can't come again.
We should have
never again. He's just too old. Sorry, Chris, I love you.
That's all right.
Okay, let's. I am going to hit the gong because I don't have an out screen, so I'm going to hit the gong and then kill the stream. So good night, everyone.
Say good night, panel.
Good night, y'all.
Panel.
Oh my.